David Thoreau said, "Most men lead lives of quiet desperation, but for the intrepid traveler, adventure is out there. You just have to discover it." Nicaragua is the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, but since 1988, Groupe Entraide Spirale, a Quebec-based NGO, and the Romero Center have been supporting families and youth in Nandaime by fostering fair trade and alternative tourism initiatives. Canadian youth have been participating in humanitarian cultural exchanges since 1991.
Canada that we take for granted that like coming down here, there's so many things that I just wouldn't have thought of that I have in Canada that I don't realize like how lucky I have it.
The beds are a lot different for sure. It's not in a room, it's just like blankets are kind of blocking it.
Kind of just how open they are and how like they have an open door and how they kind of just anybody can walk in and anybody can leave at any time almost. Like they'll have the neighbors come over anytime, just walk in through the door. And in Canada, it's kind of like if someone was to do that, it's kind of weird for a lot of us.
The kitchen is different too, like the stove. The showers are different too. You have to turn it. You don't have to, but like you turn it on and off every time, and the water's cold. The toilets are different. You have to walk outside of your house.
And just how friendly everybody is. Like you'd expect everybody to be kind of sad just because like this is all that they have, but they don't really think of it like that. They more just like make the best of what they have.
Canadian students learn how to travel sustainably, living with local families and helping foster development on a human scale.
Esperamos que los grupos, cuando vienen aquí a Nicaragua, ellos hablen de su experiencia en Canadá.
We hope that each group that comes to Nicaragua tells people about their experience back in Canada, that they talk about how their life was here, and that we form ties of solidarity, that other youth learn about this experience, and that groups support the Center's project. The idea is to change the world a little.
De una forma, ¿no? Al proyecto del centro, y la idea es de cambiar un poco el mundo.
Students learn about cultural practices and life in a developing nation.
Del modelo que trabajamos, participación, identidad y afecto, que es una de las necesidades básicas. Nosotros hablamos de MAGNIF, ¿verdad? Sí.
Participation, identity, and affection are the cornerstones of the Romero Center's community objectives. We are moving on from basic necessities such as hunger and shelter, which are important, but there are others which are equally important, such as recreation, jobs, love and affection, participation. We build our projects around these things, which are not realized on their own, because there are no spaces for these things, spaces for dancing, painting, writing. They just don't exist here. Through Through PIA, kids can participate in the radio station, an open space where they can express themselves and communicate. Here, there are also protagonists and actors, a way of creating identity. As soon as these kids are able to meet and participate in building an identity, the same family begins to see them in a new way.
Estoy explicándolo de manera sencilla. El momento donde los niños se pueden reunir, la misma familia los empieza a ver de manera diferente.
Students also have a chance to lend a hand preparing packages of school supplies and fresh fruit for families working in the local dump. Working at the Center's collective farm is another way Canadian students can contribute. On the whole, this experience can be life-changing for Nicaraguans and Canadians alike.
Really depressed, actually. I felt sad, and I didn't really understand it at first, but it's kind of that culture shock thing, I think. And I wanted to go back to Nicaragua, to be honest. I'm noticing that people complain a lot more. And it's kind of hard to hear because, you know, some things we complain about are not really big issues at all compared to what the people in Nicaragua face every day. Yeah, I loved it there. Some of it was sad, but most of it was very uplifting and positive, and they don't have a lot, but they're actually quite friendly and